Hello, welcome to this week's How's the Market, Pensacola. Well, it is the week of Christmas, and in our area, we are definitely got some shortages when it comes to real estate. But it looks like we're going to get a new stimulus bill passed. I was reading the news this morning. Looks like it's going to pass, maybe tonight. And as I was reading some of it, I read that we've got rental eviction help as well as mortgage help. Some of that will play a factor. I'm seeing a lot of people in the news right now say that because rents have not been paid as much, and the national numbers, because mortgages are in forbearance, that we are going to see a massive foreclosure wave. That I think is rhetoric, and I'm going on the record as saying that's rhetoric. I do not see that coming at all, and it's just because we have so much equity in our properties. If you've watched this show, then you know that I talked about this quite a bit a few months back. We have actually learned our lesson from the crash, and we're not over leveraged. So even if there are some sales where the job doesn't come back and somebody has to sell their property, that's fine, except for the fact that they're not going to sell it short or be foreclosed on because they more than likely have equity. I've got some people in that exact situation that their job has went away because their company is closed up. They plan on moving in the spring. They got another offer that won't start till February, March. They've got enough savings there. And they said, we haven't made a payment since last March, but we're on that forbearance. Okay, that's fine. And since you have enough equity, the bank's not going to care. This is going to be one of the ways the bank's going to work with you, especially if you tell them it's listed, it's under contract. What the bank wants is a performing asset. They do not want houses. I used to own a mortgage company. We dealt in money, not houses. We do not want the asset that is protecting the money instead as a banker, but they want the money, not the asset, because then they have to write that down and there's all kinds of other things. So I don't see that as a big, massive thing coming here this Christmas week. But the problem we still have in our area is lack of inventory. Let's talk about these two counties right now. Let's go. All right, if you've never seen the show, I always started off with this slide right here. It says if we have 6 to 7 months worth of inventory, we have what's called a neutral market. Anything greater than 7 months is considered a buyer's market. Anything less than 6 months is considered a seller's market. What the slide does not say, anything greater than 9 months is considered a hyper buyer's market. Anything less than 3 is considered a hyper seller's market. Can you tell I've said that once or 5 billion times? Let's start off in Escambia County, and just like last week, if you're looking at the numbers and you've never watched the show, over here on the left is the list price or the value. On the right is your estimated months of inventory. Just like last week, everything up to $700,000 is a hyper seller's market. Some of these numbers are holiday numbers. We always see inventory drop, even when we're not dealing with COVID, over the holidays. This, holiday pull, and then our spring buying season starts here in about a week and a half. It starts right after New Year. It's like 3, 2, 1, welcome to 2021. Let's start the spring buying season. People are starting to get their income tax refunds, and I think there's a lot of pent-up sales. I got a couple of meetings today. It's just that exact thing. There's some pent-up sales coming. Anyways, $700,000, the luxury has gone up a little bit in inventory, so it's 4.3. So definitely under our definition, it's still a seller's market, but it's not a hyper seller's market, as opposed to Santa Rosa County, which I have been complaining about. Get this, I was actually starting to talk about an inventory crisis in Santa Rosa County Halloween of 18. So I've been talking about this for 2 years. Forget COVID. I mean, obviously don't forget it, but that's just that aspect of it. We've had a problem over there. And yesterday was a tax deed auction in Santa Rosa County, and people are overpaying, like overpaying. I know what those things are worth and what you can get for them and what you can do with them, but people are overpaying just to pick up the property as a long-term hold. And I'm not talking about houses only. There's some raw land that hasn't even been, you still got all the trees on it. Hasn't been cleared, nothing, and they were overpaying for this dramatically. Like it shouldn't have been paid more than about $8,000 or $9,000 for some of these lots, and they were going for 30. The value on the property wasn't 18. So it's almost double. And part of it is this right here. We can't find anything. Look, when that same price point, if you look at these numbers right here, 0 to 50,000, there's nothing on the market. Nothing. So I see people trying to pick these up, and then they're going to ask an astronomical amount for them. But the last sale was what they paid for it. So they're trying to increase value. That to me is a little bit of lot manipulation. I think we'll see that, especially in the smaller numbers. I don't think we're going to see that in the bigger numbers. We're going to see that some because there's nothing else. So if you're the only game in town, you can kind of set the rules. Manipulation may be a strong word, but yeah, it is what it is. So everything in Santa Rosa County, and just like the last couple of weeks that I've talked about, these first-time home buyers, everywhere from 100,000, if you look at from 50,000 up to 300, each one of those $50,000 increments has less than a month's inventory. That 100 to 150, look at this. There are 5 active properties in Santa Rosa County. 5. You said, hey, my budget's 130. I can show you 5 houses. And a couple of them are going to definitely need some rehab work. So when I say there's an inventory crisis, I mean it. Again, some of this is seasonal. I'll be curious to see how our conversations start off in January. Mid-January, that first week of January, people are still just kind of hungover from the holiday season, which I wonder if that's going to be a thing this year because there's a lot of people wanting to get out and do stuff. They're kind of tired of lockdowns. Anyways, it's a quick show this week. It's Christmas week. I'm trying to take it easy on everybody, but I wanted to make sure I got the numbers. So if you're having conversations around Christmas and you're thinking about doing something this upcoming year in 2021, give me a shout. Shoot me a message. We'll set something up. That's what a couple of my conversations today are people going, hey, we want to do something in 2021. So come by, let's chat. Let's come up with a plan. That's what I do this for. And I've got quite a few people coming up with a plan over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. I'm actually meeting someone tomorrow. They're talking about when school gets out, which is a little odd in our current environment because most people are still at home. But I still think that cycle, psychologically especially, is going to happen. So people are still talking about when school gets out, we're going to make this move. And that makes sense. It's a little warmer there too. Although I thought it was really nice this morning. I went to the gym very early and it was nice. Nice and cool. Anyways, I digress. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you have a very wonderful holiday week. I will do it again next week, so it'll be the last one of 2020, and then we will get on into 2021 and hopefully put this year behind us. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. I'm a man on a mission. My mission is to help people break through all the noise out there and don't need no permission. I want to help you get to actual truth. Don't you just want the truth?